The Dyson Sphere's construction continues, and I think I've just discovered a solution for our new solar sail bottleneck. Might need to mess around a little, though. Hello, Legion, this is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Dyson Sphere Program in our Alpha Andromedae series. So, I'm going to just move these. Because it's going to make life a lot easier if I just move them. So that's what's going to happen. So that storage has just been completely deleted. I may actually keep that one, to be honest. But what I'm going to start doing now is telling these that they are not allowed to fill up. Oh, nope, didn't mean to do that. Well, we live here now. Okay, so on account of what I've just done, let me see what's happening here. I'll be curious to see if these actually empty out at all. So, yeah, in order to get these to empty out, I'm going to have to actually stop the flow into these. So, let's see, I need to delete that, and I need to delete that. And we're going to give these a second. It's not going to take very long. But I want these to completely empty out. So there's going to be a brief moment of nothing really going through these. But it's okay. And then what I'm going to do is just kind of reconfigure how these lines are coming together. And then have the storages a little bit farther away so that I don't have to, you know, play such spaghetti madness with these. So this is emptying out quite quickly. And while it's emptying out, interestingly enough, because of the way it's set up, everything is still functioning. Hang on, let me see if this is, in fact, accurate. Yeah, everything is still functioning exactly as it was, which is crazy. So what we're seeing is this line is filling up. You can definitely tell that there's more making it all the way around. But what we're eventually going to have, and I can work on this while... Oh, hold on. Just realized auto-ducking was not turned on. Now it's on. See that? You see what just happened there? Music's a little bit quieter. Okay, so... It's honestly just so I can hear myself. But I'm sure it's also helpful for you. We need to have another belt, is what I was going to say. So let's go ahead and bring this down. It does look like we'll have to go... You know what? That's fine. That's totally fine. I'm just going to come here. Just kidding. Not going to go there. Going to come here. There we go. Didn't think that was going to work, but it did. Okay, so we're not going to reverse the flow of this one just yet, but we're very close. All right, so there is the line. And by the way, when I said reverse the flow of this one, what I meant is this line. This will eventually get reversed, so that this line fills up, and then they'll both be contributing to filling up the middle line. So that should be pretty amazing once that's done. Interesting that this is still emptying out. It's taking longer than I anticipated. It's fine, though. So this one's almost done. And yeah, I guess what I can go ahead and do, I can set up what I want to do here. I just have to kind of use my imagination a bit because it's not all going to be functioning just yet. So I want to have basically what I ended the last episode doing. Let's go back to where the problem was noticed. This storage was filling up. So basically we are inputting more into this than we can keep up with. So we really need to have, you know, our two... This is fascinating because we have 3 different sources now of like a large number of solar sails. So how to combine them all into one particular line is an interesting question. I think the way that it was working is probably best. So there's going to be one... There might be a better way to do it. I might just use... It might be most effective just to have 3 different buffers. Although then I don't know that the pilers would necessarily work exactly the same way. So let's see what we can do here. We have this line there. We have that line there, which is going into this splitter. And then, of course, this is all feeding. I've got 2 lines coming in here, then 1 going out. And it's all feeding into this piler. And then we have here 1 line coming in and 2 lines going out. But remember, the reason 2 lines are going out... Oh, actually, no, just kidding. There's 1 line going out. Because this one is coming from that splitter. So this is why. This particular setup... Well, no, hang on. Yeah, this... Let me see if I can remember which... Man, these are completely backed up, which is interesting. So we've got a bunch that are just waiting because of the way this is set up. So, I mean, I could certainly disconnect this further. Storage is not filling up anymore. But I don't think that that would actually help this go any faster. Okay, anyway. We need to have 2 lines. We've already got 1 set up, and we're probably going to move it. And I can go ahead and do that to a degree. Let me briefly take care of that. Now, will you let me put 2 of these side by side? No, you won't, because you're rude. No, I didn't want to... Oh, I did not mean to do that. There's that, and there's that. Okay. Ideally, what I would like to do, this is... Wow, yeah. We're splitting an odd number of inputs into an even number of outputs, which is just oodles and oodles of fun. The easiest solution would be just to double this up so that there's a 4th input line. And I could make more solar sails anyway, you know? That's one solution, but that's not as fun. Let's see if we can make something happen with this. No, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do a direct connection. Thank you very much. Okay. So this one's running, and now that is empty. How close? Oh, good. That one's almost empty, too. Very good. So now we just are down to 1 storage, and then we can actually do the work here. It'll be a lot easier once I can see the lines clearly. I'm just going to bring them in and see what I can do from there. It'll be obvious, like, where the pilers need to go, etc. So I have this line here. I'll go ahead and bring it down. That one's already painted. I'm actually curious, given how smoothly this is going, is this line filling up anymore? Oh yeah, it definitely is. It's just taking its sweet time. Once we have 2 outputs, it should be a lot better. Because basically the belt is just at capacity. Alternatively, wait a minute. There could be another solution entirely. I would need to get some particle containers, which I don't think I have the resources for those here. Wait, do I? Yes, I do. Yes, I absolutely do. Okay. Okay, hold on. This might be better. Alright, so I need some graphene. Oh wait, I also need to put these in my inventory. Alright, good. Yeah, where is the graphene? Graphene's up here. Alright, I don't have that much, so I need to be careful how much I pull, but... Nice. Alright, so am I short on graphene again? Yes, probably. Ah, damn. I knew that was going to happen. That's literally what I just said I was going to be careful not to do. And then I went and did it. And there's 2 more somewhere. Come on, 1 more. Got it. Got it. Okay. Okay, so... Now let's make a planetary logistics station. Now I don't have any more titanium, although I do have some on me as well, so that's okay. I still have a bunch of guns too, interestingly enough. I don't need that much titanium. Let's go ahead and just put that back. And I'm guessing I just need more graphene, yeah, if I want to make more particle containers. So let's do that. Because I really would need just 2 of these, I believe. Yeah. That's all I would need. Alright, so that's it. I'm good to go. I want to make sure that I leave some of these items available in my inventory. But I think the rest are being made. Let's also go ahead and put some fresh antimatter fuel rods away. Alright, how are we doing? Alright, this storage is now officially empty. So, okay. Let's completely rework this, shall we? This is... I'm just going to basically clean up the mess. So for a moment here, we're not going to have anything going on, because I'm going to delete some stuff here. I'll leave those because I might end up using them, but right now my inclination is that I'm not going to end up using them. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and just delete that entirely. And delete that. We're going to delete that. You know what? Let's... Yeah, I'll go ahead and delete that too, because what's going to happen here is this line's going to end up going down the other way. Do that right there. And then we'll need to replace that painter. Not a problem at all. Looks like that sorter needs some love. Totally fine. There we go. Now... I think actually if I do this, it should just bring it straight down. Almost. Almost. So close. Alright, now it's going to connect. Perfect. Alright, so now all of that is painted. All of those are painted. And we have 1 more output, which is this one here, going to this splitter. And it's already painted too. So, again, I'm going to leave this here because it does need to support this in theory. Specifically, the construction of these. It's just that I'm not making any more of those right now. So, let's put my conveyor belts back in my inventory. How am I doing on these? All right, we're still making these, but I think I can queue up another planetary logistics station. Perfect. So, yeah, bots should be able to do this a lot more effectively. This is like, I know it's a eureka moment for so many of you that have lamented my reliance on spaghetti. I do enjoy the belt, and I will continue to enjoy, like, laying out belts to transport resources. I recognize their limitations, but every now and then there's a lot of satisfaction to be had from shifting to something like this and seeing how big of a difference it makes. Could be a good learning experience for me. We'll see. Okay, let's go ahead and delete that. So if we set up planetary logistics here, Oh, that's satisfying. All right, so we have all 3 lines going straight in. And now we're going to tell it, I want you to store solar sails. And it's automatically starting to pull. Let's go ahead and put those there. Now, why are some of these only painted? That's interesting that the ones in my inventory were not fully painted. Not sure what's going on there. Okay, we might be able to just delete the lines entirely because I think this is going to be taken care of. Okay, so this is going to be supply. And down here we will have demand. So I'll leave these belts here. And then I think, yeah, we're going to delete these and those. All right, so what we've set up here yeah, this should work gloriously. Let's see how this goes. So slot number 1 will feed both of those. And now what we'll do, nothing is firing at the moment. We're going to flip that path. And moment of truth, here we go. Demand. Go get them. Look at that. So the gun should come back alive very soon. And we'll start seeing sails shooting out. Oh, there they are. They've already started. And you can probably start to notice the salvos lengthening a little bit. But this is what's going to be really fascinating. I'm going to stand here. We've done this many times in the series, but I want to do it again. Now that we have this set up, I think the excess is going to make it around the planet quite quickly. And it'll be really cool to watch. It's going to be really cool to watch because I think you're going to start seeing the excess sails come down, potentially all 3 of these at once, which is pretty crazy. Now, what's even more interesting is these resources are coming out piled on account of the logistic stations that I have. So they're acting as pilers. But you can tell that even more is like here waiting to be output. So like if there was a way to sneak more onto these lines, or I could set up another interplanetary logistic station like on the opposite side of the planet. That would be really interesting. Although it does seem like yeah, the amount that's sitting inside this thing is kind of staying even. All right, so as expected, the middle belt is the first one to make it all the way back around. That is insane. All right, and it's filling up very quickly. You can see it. So that means the first and second are going to follow suit, and they should do so in perfect synchronization, because the belts were completely dry. Completely dry. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, right now there's only 3,000 being absorbed, but there's more and more climbing. So that number should now exceed 15,000 at its peak, and it should stay there, which is really useful. Just for the, completion of this project and the series. All right. Yeah, see, now this is emptying out. That's interesting. Oh, you know why it is? Oh, no, it's actually not because of that. Hang on. Yeah, this is interesting. Like, they're moving it so quickly that they're actually running out of... Let's increase the max charging power to 30 megawatts. I want to make sure these can continue to move. Yeah, they're actually running out of it, and now the other belts are... Yeah, you can see these starting to fill up. They're taking time, but it's happening quickly. And it is in more or less... It's not perfect synchronization. I was hoping they would look like exactly the same, but because the belts are not shaped exactly the same and there's different distances, like, not everything is timed flawlessly. Still looking great, though. So we're back up to 8,000 and climbing that are being absorbed. What I'll be really curious to see is, once these are full, does this also start to fill? Because you can definitely tell that they're starting to struggle to bring the output down to this planetary logistics station in a way that keeps up with how quickly it's being fed to the guns. All right, so these are definitely getting... Is it filling all the way up? It certainly looks that way. So this would be a good opportunity, I suppose, to look at... Let's look at the last minute. Yeah, we're certainly producing more than we're consuming by a lot. So these belts are filling up. And once they're full, we should have a much easier time steadily and rapidly watching this entire situation progress. God, that's gorgeous. So we're already back up to, let's see, 12,000 and climbing. The main objective of getting all this done was really just to ensure that... Oh, this line's full now. That's good to see. So if that line's full, then this one's full too. Yeah, so now this is starting to fill up perfect. The main objective was just to prevent, or to kind of solve the oscillating salvo issue that I mentioned in the title of the previous episode. Based on what side of the planet's guns were firing, there was, you know, more or less availability of sails. Now that this is completely full, the problem should be resolved. It's interesting to see this. Okay, yeah. It's definitely filling up the storage now, slowly but surely. Okay, well, with that done, I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is make a trip to Alpha Andromeda just as a checkup on Homeworld. Because one thing we did 2 episodes ago, you'll recall, I mentioned this at the beginning of the last one, we fixed a potential oil shortage. So I would love to kind of go back there and see how things are looking, because we're importing crude oil on Alpha Andromeda. But also there are lots of key resources that are made there that rely on imports that might run dry. So it's worth just going to visit. And as I've mentioned in recent episodes as well, one thing that I would love to do with Dyson Sphere Program in my break between series is spend some time practicing with the monitors, the belt monitors, because I have messed with those in the past, and I love the way that you can set up the custom alerts. But they didn't function the way that I wanted them to. I've said this many times in the series, so I won't retread all of that ground again, but I'm looking forward to figuring those out a bit more, because, I mean, on the one hand, I think I always will be, in the same way that I'm kind of biased towards, well, not exactly the same way, but similarly to how I'm biased towards spaghetti, I think I'll always have a slight bias towards actually going to planets and seeing how they're doing, as opposed to using automated procedures. Because I think creating scenery and movement and changing things up and going different places and exploring the cluster, I think that's part of what makes the series approach, the YouTube approach, compelling. So there's something to be said for not fully automating the monitoring of stuff, you know? I think. Oh, there's the autosave. Let me go ahead and put some stuff in my inventory just to be safe. In my logistics slots, to be precise. Perfect. Did they just bring me more photon combiners? Or am I just imagining that? I'm sure I'm just imagining it. I don't know why they would have brought me photon combiners. That is not something that I have set up at all. Okay. So, how are things? How are things? It looks like we are... hold on. How are we doing over here? Hold on. What's going on with you guys? What you doing? No, you're completely saturated. You can't produce them fast enough. And then we have more than enough titanium glass. So some of the advanced resources that we've really agonized over in past episodes, those still look pretty solid. I would imagine hydrogen might need some babysitting. Oh, we are out of copper. Are we out of copper completely? I mean, more or less, we are out of copper completely. All right, so we have copper being demanded here. What I need to do probably is import it. Hang on, let's... Are you completely empty? You're completely empty. Yeah, see, this is why I came back. No copper here is not a good thing. All right, I'm going to steal this belt. Oh, wow, yeah. I'm going to dismantle that. I'm going to delete that. You can see the bots coming in and taking the excess, which in this case is welcome. The excess belts specifically. All right, that's also empty. Yeah, we have a lot of work to do here. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and remove that while I'm looking at it. Let's see. Just that, because that bump is no longer needed. By the way, let's take a quick peek at Gakrux and see what that number has climbed up to. It's over 15,000. It's not... It's holding at right around 15,000. So now we just have to see, you know, if it climbs any more or what might need to be done there. But still, positive steps. All right, so do I have... I don't know if I have a... Let's take a look at this. People have been saying that you can select... Yeah, you can use this as a means to check various goods on the planet, which is amazing. Also very easy for just checking what is actually set up for importing versus exporting. It doesn't look like I have a slot for copper anywhere at all to be imported here. So that needs to just change. It just needs to change, period. Wait, here? No. Yep. All right, so we're going to solve that right now because we have the power to do it. Meaning we have the we have the ability to do it. We have the power, but we also we have the excess wattage to get this done. Okay, I'm just gonna yeah, this is happening. Let's just put this here. Because we kind of need one here. All right, how we doing exactly on power? Oh yeah. Oh my, wait. Really? That's how quiet this planet is because there's no copper. Holy crap. All right, well, that's about to change. First of all, let me we can do a couple of things here. I might just delete that old line to tell you the truth. So what I'm doing right now is completely unnecessary. But just until I'm absolutely sure that I'm going to delete it, I will preserve it by doing that. Now. Remote demand, please. And then also we need... Now, actually, hang on. This line is just coming in from the... Yeah, from this, right? Yeah, so, truth be told... What I might be able to do here is just remote demand both of those resources. And I probably... This is a good opportunity for me to set up... You know what? Hold on. This is a good opportunity for me to set up additional, like, iron and copper export operations on other planets, because I've set it up. I mean, you can definitely tell that I have some here. All right. So there's our copper, and this planet's about to come roaring back to life. Now we also need to get iron set up. Yeah, you can also tell that iron is no longer coming in from this line here, so let's go ahead and delete that. We'll delete that. I'm going to follow it back. Done. Let me guess, nothing there either? Nope. I'm pretty sure that was like the last of the iron on this planet. There was not a lot left when last time. Yeah, there's still 60k, but it's not worth like draining that dry. It doesn't make any sense. So here's what I'm gonna do. Now, iron's not in the same position, honestly, which is fascinating. Alright, so iron's going to go there. And I suppose what I'll do is... Yeah, let's put a splitter down. Alright, I'm going to set this up as supply. So it's no longer pulling those in there. Because I don't need those particular resource bands anymore. And I'll leave those there until it's emptied out. But, okay, and then we have coal here, which is also clearly an issue. So let's deal with that. How much coal do we still have here? Oh, we still have a ton of coal here. Holy crap, we have a ton of coal. Where's all that coal? All right, hang on. Let's go back and look at, like, where we have coal lines. Because I just want to hook something into the existing apparatus here. Alternatively... Nope, just kidding. Not going to do that either. See, I'm starting to get spoiled. Like, y'all are ruining me. Okay, here we go. Here's what we're going to do. Let's say slot number 3, which will be coal. We're going to set this to local demand. Also remote demand, why not? Also, we need to get warpers here, don't we? Can I potentially set these up for... I think I can. Hang on. Can I do local demand? I can. Perfect. Alright, so let's go ahead and plug some of those guys in. So they have something to do. Okay. So... there's our coal line. There's still coal... you know, on this planet, unlike the iron and the copper. There's so much to be discovered. So let's just find the closest deposit that has a large amount and roll with it. There must be a massive coal deposit somewhere, like, oh yeah. Oh, okay. That complicates things. So there's two veins. There's the one that I remember trying to grab this one previously. But then there's this one. And you're going to be a problem. You're going to be a big problem. But we're also at 35 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this episode here. In the next one, I'm going to try and finagle a way to get a mine down over that coal. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. But if I can do it, it'll be very easy to get coal plugged back into the apparatus here. You can definitely tell that the planet's come back to life a little bit. after the last, stoppage on account of some of those resources being out. I'm glad I came back to look because that was three, not one, not two, but three major resources that needed a little bit of a top-up here on Alpha Andromeda 2. So we're going to keep working on that in the next episode. And also, hold on, let's take a look at this while I'm thinking about it. No, not V, Y. Thank you. Acrux. Okay, so it's hanging out around 15K now. And the lowest latitude panels are slowly filling in. They're taking their sweet time, to be honest, but they're slowly filling in. And once they're done, then these can finish just a little bit faster, and then these can finish just a little bit faster. So while we let that progress, because it's coming along quite nicely, and I may, now that I've gotten things set up with efficiency, like efficiency-wise there, I might be able to justify another equatorial row of guns. So I'll think about that. But right now I'm happy with kind of the rate of progress, at least as long as I'm handling all of this stuff on Alpha Andromeda 2. So we'll stop this one here and deal with that coal deposit in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. If it's not your first time or even your second, look for the join button to access unique emotes, badges, and other perks. New episodes are coming out every day at noon, US Eastern Time. And comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.